Здравейте, добър вечер. Изчакваме още минутка и започваме, за да се присъединят всички. И така, здравейте, благодаря ви, че сте с нас тази вечер. Темата на днешната среща с Валентина Торичели, представител на NABA, ще бъде във връзка с това какво представлява живота на студента в Италия, какви са проектите, върху които работите по време на обучението, както и практични въпроси от гледна точка на това как се търси настаняване, колко е месечната издръжка за живот в Милано или в Рим. Така че много се надявам тя да бъде интересна за вас. Ако имате някакви въпроси, може да ги поставяте в чат секцията, за да можем всички да ги виждаме и да ги коментираме, ако има нещо, което сме пропуснали да кажем или се интересувате и искате да обсъдим. Така че чувствайте се свободни да ми питате всичко, което ви интересува. Валентина, thank you so much for being with us this evening. It is your turn to shine.
Okay, hi everybody. So thank you for joining this webinar. Maybe some of you already know me. My name is Valentina Torricelli. I'm the admission coordinator at NABA. So today I'm really happy to be here with you. I will share my screen so we can see together the presentation. And here it is. Today, I would like to talk about some projects that our students do and also some tips and advice about living in Italy. So to tell you more about the life that actually as a student of NABA you can do in Italy and while studying at NABA. So just to remind you about some basic information about our academy, then of course if then have more question you can always ask. Maybe you already attended some other presentations about NABA. We are the largest private academy in Italy. We are fully recognized by the Italian Ministry of Education, and I'm also really happy to share a new information with you that has been published in the past weeks, because NABA has been ranked as the best Italian Academy of Fine Arts in Italy according to QS World University ranking in subjects arts and design, so for 2021. So this is a really important achievement for us. We have been ranked the best Italian academy, and there are only 3 Italian institutions in the world top 100 university in this field, and we are the only Academy of Fine Arts. So we are super proud of this result. These have been possible thanks to the academic reputation we have. So thanks to the feedback that was given by all the worldwide academic community around the world. And also thanks to the employer reputation. So the feedback that the industry and the companies gave about the training that our students receive. So basically how well our students are trained to access the professional world. So for these 2 elements were the criteria that was used to place this ranking. We have, as you may already know, undergraduate and postgraduate programs in different areas of design, from product and interior design, fashion, communication and graphic design, media design and new technology, visual arts and set design. These are the area where we have undergraduate postgraduate programs and also summer courses. And the teaching methodology, so the methodology approach is really focused on innovation and experimentation and on projects. So we have a strong project-based methodology. Students have the possibility to work with leading companies and studios and have a learning by doing experience. So this is really important because this is how NABA collaborates also with the companies, thanks to this practical methodology. And actually, today, what I want to show you is also some of our students' projects and how we collaborate with the industry. And this basically means also to talk about our industry relation and career service office. That is the office and the department that helps students in connecting with the industry. So what is our mission? What is our main goal? First of all, and especially in relation to the industry and career service, is to help students understand how is the professional world. So what are the dynamics of the labor market? What are the trends and the specific features of each sector? So this is the mission that our industry relation and career service office has. But on the other side, another goal is to be recognized by the industry and the companies as an educational excellence, so that this can have a positive result on our students' employability. What does it mean? That basically the companies, when they see a curriculum, when they receive a curriculum from students and they see that these students comes from NABA, they think, okay, good. So this student has an excellent education background, has an excellent training, so we want him. So how to enter the labor market, how we collaborate with the companies and how the students can work on projects with the companies. The main and most important moment for this are the project experiences, that are the projects that the students can do during their program in collaboration with the companies and starting from the real briefs that the company gives. But beside this, we also have some moments for job orientation and placement, for business events that we organize on campus, again in collaboration with the professional world, and also training that we give you in order to prepare yourself to present yourself in the best way with to the companies. So project experience, we have three main kind of project experiences that are the workshop, design residency, and design marathon. The workshop basically are run during the whole semester. So these are workshops that are done in collaboration with a company that come and give a real brief to the student. And the faculty also help the students during the whole semester in developing this project. So the goal of the workshop is to deliver original and creative proposal starting from a real brief that the company gives. So normally the students work on it during the semester for a specific subject on a specific project. And the result, the output of this workshop is a final presentation where the students present their own projects, their proposal, and their prototypes. And at the end, the company really selects the best projects that best fits their real needs and their real requests. So students can really have to think about real requests that they receive. So I now show you some example that can be interesting. This is a project that we did with EasyJet, really well-known company. This was a project that was done with the students from the design area. The title was 2 Hours to Become a Star. And basically what the company asked to our students is to think about new objects or new tools that can be useful for passengers while traveling. But what was the nice part and the funniest part of this project? That the challenge here for students is that they had to think about their proposal in just 2 hours flight from Milan to Copenhagen. So they took this flight. In that 2 hours of flight, they had to think about objects or something that is needed for 2 passengers while traveling, and they had to make their proposals. The 3 winner projects were exposed at the Salone del Mobile, that is one of the most important international design week in the world that takes place every year in Milan. And one of the winner projects is this that you see on the right. It's called Handy. So it is like a folder that is adjustable to every luggage, where a passenger can put the objects that are most useful while traveling, and they can be handy, so useful and easy to find. Let's now change area. Maybe you already heard about this project. This is something that we have been doing in the past years in collaboration with Porsche. It's a workshop that we have done with the students from communication and graphic design area. So basically here, what the company asked is to reinvent the aspect of their really famous car, that is the Porsche Panamera. And what the students had to think is to reinvent like the external aspects, the graphic of the car. So the company received really a lot of proposals, so they had to choose a winner. And here again, the nicer part is about the communication of the winner, because the company actually really produced a limited edition with the results, with the projects, the proposal of the students. But the students don't know who is the winner. So we organized a set on the campus, we put the car, but we covered the car. So the winners discover who is the winner in the moment where we take off the cover, so they see the car with their project, and this is really an emotional and a really nice moment. They also won a scholarship in this case. So the nicer part here is that they can really see the real result of their work with a super important company. And in this case, with this company, we also have done a project with our students from the media design area, because they asked to our students to produce a video, so a commercial video to promote the car. So we also have this kind of collaboration with different departments. Changing area again and going to fashion. You know that for fashion design students, one of the most important moments is our final fashion show. So I also want to give an example of a project that was done in this case with students that were more focused on the styling and communication part. It's a project that was done in collaboration with the Red Sox. So the company asked to think about a campaign to promote their main products that are socks and beach wear. And so students had to think about this campaign. They had to prepare the outfit, the stylings using the company products. They had to do the shootings and also the post the editing of the shooting and prepare a strategy for a communication campaign. And in this case as well, this is a real brief that the company gives, because the project of the students were actually really used by the company on their social media to promote their product. So students work on real projects. It's not just an exercise. A last example that I want to give you also for the visual art area is a workshop that we have done with Barilla. So it's interesting because maybe you don't think that a company like Barilla that deals with the pasta could be interesting in a project with visual arts, but yes, it is. So the company asked to propose some artistic expression to communicate the topic of pasta. So it was like an artistic challenge. We had many different installations in the campus done with the pasta. And in this case, the winners won the possibility to attend a design residency in Berlin. So to make this experience in NABA in Berlin. And it was really nice because actually we had the campus full of different art pieces done with the pasta. So this was some example of workshops. So projects that were done during the curriculum, during the year for specific projects and subjects in specific areas. But we also have other kind of experiences of collaboration with the industry. For example, the design residency that are intensive design session that last 4 or 5 up to 1 week, 4 or 5 days or up to 1 week. And students physically go to a residence. So they live together, work together 1 week, really intensively. They go outside the city, so maybe in a residence in the countryside or on the seaside or on the mountains, and they work on a specific project in collaboration with a company that again gives them a brief to work on. And an even more intensive challenge is the design marathon. That is a 48 hours, so 2 days of super intensive, challenging competition where the best talents have to produce original projects. And it's a really super creative energy session. From the past year, we have done it for the first time digitally, and it was a real great success anyways. We have collaborating with different companies, as you see, from Lego to Cisco, Sodexo, Polis Lombardia, or MM. So I want now to show you a quick video about the design marathon to give you an idea of these challenging vibes that this kind of workshop have, and our students really enjoy it. So I will show you. Okay. So 2 days to produce really nice projects. But besides Oops, sorry. Okay, so but beside this kind of projects and collaboration, it's also really important other kind of events that we organize on campus with the industry and with the companies. And the most important one is the Talent Harbor. So we organize dedicated events for students and also for our alumni, where we invite important professionals from each field, important professionals from the industry to talk about the professional world. So to give an overview to students about the latest trends of the labor market, to talk about the future of the professionals, to share stories, testimonials, new visions. And this is really important to have an idea of each sector and of each field of the professional world. And normally, after this Talent Harbor, this event, we also organize recruiting days. So moments of meetings where students actually meet the companies. They can show their portfolio, their curriculum. So we have a moment of recruitment. So what are the result of these collaborations? Well, the main result is, of course, a really high job placement rate. So we have the 92% of job placement rate, means that the 92% of our students find an internship or a job within 1 year of graduation. And this is possible because students actually start collaborating with companies from the projects that they do. So they start networking with them. They start getting an idea of the professional world, and they know how to move within the professional world. So students approach the professional world, its trend, and they can better understand how each sector works. But on the other side, the companies as well can find young talents and academic excellence. So with this collaboration with our students, the companies receive a series of materials that could be marketing or communication activities, could be analysis, presentations, mock-ups, could be research projects. And the companies have a branding opportunity for them. And on the other side, our students can also have the opportunity to have, for example, scholarships from the companies. But I think the most important thing here is that during this interaction and collaboration, both the companies and our students can find and reconfirm the main values that NABA and our academy want to offer, that is creativity and innovation. So I really hope that this was useful to have an idea not only of the collaboration of the industry, but also of the kind of projects that our students have the opportunity to do during the program for every area. And this is actually what they do while they are attending NABA. So I think we can now see more about living in Italy. So the idea today is to give you an overview about what it's like being a student of NABA. So what kind of projects you can do, and also how is living in Italy and what it's about. So we can see something about Milan and Rome, especially also the districts of Navigli and Ostiense, that are the areas we are based in these cities, and also see how, give you some suggestions to prepare your life in Italy. So we'll see some living cost, housing, and students' life services. So Milan and Rome, well, they are really important destinations for students that want to, that choose a creative career. They are global capital for arts, fashion, and design. And actually, both cities really give our students a lot of opportunities. So beside the course and the program, students are constantly involved also in events or activities that take place in the city and outside the campus. So the cities you choose is really important as part of your experience, and especially for creatives and for arts and fashion and design, Milan and Rome are super strategic cities. In Milan, we have Fashion Week and International Design Week that are really important. For fashion, it's not only the fashion weeks that we have during the year, but it's all the fashion industry that is connected to the city of Milan. So we have the fashion weeks, but we have also important agencies for communication and web agencies, editorials, magazines. So all the industry that is connected to fashion and to the catwalks is also located in the city. The same happens for design. We have one of the most important International Design Week in the world. We have, Milan is like an hub, is like the center of the most important design studios. So students are really in the city of design, 100%. And for art as well, we have contemporary art galleries and contemporary art exhibition, especially connected also with two private foundations like Fondazione Prada, that are really, really important within the contemporary art market. And students in Milan can really feel that they are in the fashion and design city, and especially during the special events. So for example, during the Salone del Mobile, that is the International Design Week, the city really is an open design exhibition. So you walk through the street and you find design installations. So you don't even have to go to see an exhibition, because you feel it in the street. And the same happens for fashion. We have a fashion area that is called Quadrilatero della Moda, that is located in the city center, that is via Corso Monte Napoleone and the nearby streets. So here you have all the most famous fashion brands showrooms. But during the fashion weeks, you don't have only the catwalks, but you have also events that take place in the city. For example, the Vogue Fashion Night Out, that is an event that takes place in the city with a lot of people. So what I want to tell you is that students can feel the surrounding and can feel surrounded by fashion, arts and design, thanks to the city and all the events that take place in the city. Navigli, this is the Navigli area, that is the area where we are based. It's a really nice area. We are near the city center, like 20 minutes from the main cathedral. And it's a student area and a really lively area. It's full of bars and restaurants. And this is one of the most important areas for what is called aperitivo. So I don't know if maybe some of you already know what it is. It's something really typical of Milan, that is basically an happy hour where you can go to have a drink, and included in the price, you have a really wide buffet of food. So this is something we like, because we normally do it after work or after classes. So starting from 6 p.m., you go, you have a drink, you eat something, and you basically enjoy Milan. And this is something super typical. And Navigli, the area we are based in, where the NABA campus is based, is one of the main areas for this. And so students really love it. So let me now tell you something also about Rome. So Rome is the capital city of Milan. You can really feel the history and archaeological sites in every corner. Here again, you don't even have to buy a ticket. You find an art piece in every corner of the city. It's really a magical city for Italian culture and history. But Rome is also really important for contemporary architecture. We have important contemporary art museum like Museo Maxi that by Zaha Hadid. So it's not only history, we have a really important part of contemporary architecture as well. So Rome combines these two aspects. And it's also important for fashion. We have important events like Alta Roma, or also institutions that want to find young talents young talents related to fashion. And it's an important city for the Italian cinema because we have all the TV studios and cinema studios in the city. And actually, for example, also all the fashion industry in Rome is especially connected with the cinema part, because, for example, we have a lot of studios or ateliers that work on fashion related to costumes, so fashion for the cinema, or they work and they collaborate also in this sense. In Rome, we are located in an area that is called Ostiense. That is a really vibrant and artistic area that combines history and contemporary art. So I would like here to show you a quick video about this neighborhood, because I think it's really interesting for students to have an idea of it. So here it is. So this was Ostiense. So let's see more about the living cost and housing information. So this is something that a really common question that, of course, we receive from students to understand and estimate how is the living cost here in Italy. So normally we suggest students to calculate and estimate for accommodation starting from 500 up to 900 euro per month. So 500 if you choose, for example, a room in a shared apartment with other students, and could be up to 9 or even more, 900 or more if you want a studio or an apartment just for you. Then as living expenses, so including, for example, food, internet, or the pocket money you need to go out, normally could be from 400 to 600 per month. and public transportation 30-50 euro. So as an average, we normally suggest you to estimate from 100 up to 100, 200 euro per month. Then of course it depends on many elements, also on the lifestyle you have, on the house you choose, but this is like an average cost including accommodation. And actually, with reference to accommodation, we have an housing office that helps students in finding a place according to your preferences and budgets. So you can tell our housing office what you are looking for and how much you would like to spend, and they will help you in finding the best solution for you. We collaborate with selected private landlords, and these apartments are rented just for our students, so just for NABA students. And we give you all the assistance, so from the booking up to the check-in, during the stay. So we will help you with all this stuff. You can choose from a single room, a double room, an apartment next to the campus, or if you have an area that you want to stay, a specific area. So we will help you with all the steps. And we also help you for all the paperwork. So actually, when students and international students arrive, one of the most challenging part is to settle down. So to find a house, to do all the paperwork you need to do in order to start your life here. So we want to give you support with all these things. So for example, if you need support to open a bank account, to do the fiscal code, that is a registration that you have to do to register into the municipality, and also to access the public health system. So with this fiscal code that we help you to do when you arrive, you have the possibility to have access to the public health system, so to have a doctor, and to go to the hospital if you need assistance. But of course, if you also want to have a private medical insurance or a private doctor, we give you support for that as well. And we help you also with the public transportation card. Consider that Milan is not a really big city, so if you live near the campus, you find everything within walking distance. You are near the city center, and you can also use easily bicycle to go around the city. While Rome is a bigger city, so there it's most common to use public transportation. In both cities is really public transports work well. They are not expensive, so we help you with that as well. And we also encourage students' integration and socialization through different moments. Well, we have a students' council. We have a buddy project that is a really nice project where the third-year students welcome the first-year students, and they show them around. They explain how everything works. They show them around the campus, the area. So it's nice when you arrive to have like a mentor, a student mentor that help you. We organize sport activities. We have agreements with different sport centers or theaters, museums, stores, commercials. So we have different partnership for students, and we also organize, and we hope to be able to organize them again really soon, parties, trips, travels. So for example, 2 years ago, Students' Life Office organized a trip to Tuscany for a wine taste, or we organize also a party on campus. So we have also different opportunities and moments for socializations for students. So we are super active in these senses. We have a really beautiful campus that gives us the space and the place to do these nice things. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this presentation that was a bit different from the standard one about NABA. We talked more about the projects, the life in Italy. So I would be happy now to answer if you have any question or curiosity about NABA, Milan, Rome, anything.
Vale,
yes.
I would apply and become a student of NABA.
Sure. You are always welcome, Petya.
Thank you so much. So I'm turning in Bulgarian just to
yes.
Speak to the participants. Ако имате някакви въпроси, които ви интересуват, вълнуват, нещо, което сте видяли в презентацията или пък не сте, може да зададете своите въпроси в чат секцията, за да може Валентина да отговори. It was a clear presentation, I'm telling you.
Yes, I mean, yes, more about also the life, that it's something that the students maybe wonder. And okay, Sedef, I want to start studying at NABA this September. When should I start looking for an apartment? Okay, good question. So both Milan and Rome are really, really busy cities. So what we suggest to students is to start looking for accommodation as soon as possible. So as soon as you are ready after admission. So you start, of course, with your application. After admission, you receive all the contact details of our housing office. So you can start looking for accommodation. Normally, I would suggest you within June. So starting from June, then all the best options maybe run out. So both Milan and Rome are super busy. So my advice is as soon as possible. What are the living costs if you have a car? It depends. I mean, do you mean, well, okay. So for cars, consider that cars are not allowed in the really like historical city center of Milan, for example, different in Rome. The living cost wouldn't change so much. It depends then, of course, on how much you use the car, where you go to the car, because sometimes you have to pay parkings, and parking may be quite expensive, especially in the city center. So I cannot give you a really precise question because it depends on many elements. Can be useful to have a car, not necessary, but could be nice, especially maybe for if you go out in the evening. The main costs for car are the parking in the city center and entering the historical parts of the city. So that's the main cost for cars. Mia asked, when should we arrive before starting the school year? Okay, you can arrive a couple of days before if you want, according to how much time you need to settle down. We have normally a week of orientation days before starting the classes. So at least 1 week before the classes start, because we start with all the orientation, but even 10 days before. So you have a couple of days to settle down in your apartments and house, and then you reach us in the campus, you handle all the paper, for example, the documents that you have to give to our register office. So you have few days to like finalize all the paperwork, and then you start with the classes. So 1 week, 10 days could be a good time.
Valentina, would you suggest something to be prepared before the school year? For example, for students studying fashion, what should they bring with them? Or those studying design, or everything they have will be in the campus, or a printer maybe bringing with them?
Yes, so normally at the beginning of the school year, so during this orientation week we have in the campus, the faculty tells our students what they need for the academic or for the semester. So during that week, they will have also the time to understand what they have to provide. So that's the moment where they find out exactly what they need according to the specific programs. We have a shop inside the campus, like a print and paint shop. So like the basic materials, they can find it in the campus and then they can find them here. So normally in that orientation week, they find out all this kind of information.
Thank you. And do the students receive something like a student card that they can use for discounts in museums, in other places maybe?
Yes, yes, they have a student's card, so they can use that in yes, museum for sure, and also with different, could be a museum, cinema, theaters, also stores where we have partnership with. And also they can use the student's card, for example, in our cafeteria. So we have a bar inside the campus. They can use the student's card to have lunch or to have a coffee. So they have special prices for being students and they can actually pay with that card as well. Eva, what are the bills for water, electricity, and phone? Okay, so it depends on also if you share the apartment, so on how many students are sharing the same apartment, and if you split the expenses or if you have all the expenses just for you because you are living alone. As an average, if you are alone, you should calculate among 80, 100 euro per month if you are alone. But if you are sharing the apartments, you are sharing also the expenses. So it's not so busy. The phone, you have fares like 10 euro or 15 euro per month with internet and calls all included. So yes, in general, in that living expenses that we tell could be from 400 to 600 euro per month, including all these kind of expenses. So internet, phone, the bills, the food, the money you need to go out. So as an average, 500 euro per month, everything. Any other question?
I don't see any.
Of course, we are always here. So if any new question came up to your mind, just contact us. Cost for materials and books. Okay, so consider that the faculty provides students with, and we provide students with all the basic materials. Also for books, sometimes faculty uses some books that are printed by the professor, and they give that to the students, so you don't have to buy a book. If you need to buy a book, sometimes happens. It depends, could be around 20 euro maybe. And for materials, again, it really changes. It's difficult to give you an answer because it really changes on the kind of projects you are doing. Let's take an example of fashion. While you are doing the standard and basic pattern making, we are giving you the materials, you don't spend anything. But if for the end of the project of the year, you want to do a special project, including diamonds and gold elements, of course, this project will be more expensive. So it really depends on the project you do. But the basic things, the basic materials and books, we give that to you. When do the classes start? Like 8 a.m. Normally they start at 9, could start, or 8:30 sometimes. They can end up to 7 in the afternoon. We normally try to keep at least one day off, so that during the week, from Monday to Friday, you have at least one day free for your projects or your study time. And sometimes you don't have classes the whole day. Maybe you start at 9, then you have a break, then you have again classes in the afternoon. So it could be from 9 to 6 or 7 in the afternoon.
And Valentina, can Bulgarian students work during their studies? Do you know?
Okay,
I mean, are they able, because of the study curriculum they have, would they be able really to have this time working?
So according to the law, so in terms of regulations, they can work up to 20 hours per week, so a part-time job. But in terms of time, to have time to work, we normally don't suggest students to work while studying, because it can be really, really hard. The course, the program are full-time. Even if you don't have classes or you have free time, you need that time to study, to work on your projects or on your thesis. So it's really difficult to combine that also with the work. So what we suggest students is to take this as an investment, to focus fully on that, because it could be really challenging to work at the same time.
Thank you. I don't see any more questions.
Okay, and then again, feel free also to reach out to Petya and me. We can always schedule individual meetings. For example, if you are working on your portfolio, we can schedule meeting to review it together. I can give you suggestions. You can ask me questions. So don't hesitate to contact us for any question or support. And I really hope to see you and welcome you in Milan really soon.
Благодаря ви още веднъж за времето, което отделихте за тази среща с нас. Както Валентина каза, ние сме на разположение, ако имате някакви въпроси, някакви колебания. Също повечето от вас вече са в нашата Facebook група NABA. Тези, които не са, могат да се включат в нея, защото от тук нататък ще започнем да коментираме наистина практични въпроси относно обучението и живота в Италия. Така че ще се радвам също да отговоря на въпроси, които могат да изникнат след тази среща или по всяко друго време, когато вие имате нужда от съдействие. Благодаря ви още веднъж, че бяхте с нас и до скоро, до нови срещи. Valentina, thank you so much again for your time, for the great presentation.
Thank you.
It was very useful, I believe, and thank you.
Thank you all. It was a pleasure also to talk about these topics. So again, enjoy your evening and hope to see you all soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.